All right, I am back again. I'm back again. Hello, Smelly Cat. Yes, Smelly Cat. DC went to Israel. So, DC has not been streaming after the stream she recently did called My Trip to Israel, which was 5 days ago. Let's see what DC had to say about going to Israel. All right, hang on. Let me get to where she starts.
I am back from the Middle East.
Woohoo! How did it go?
In one piece.
Yay.
Happy to be here to tell you guys all about my trip. So, I just...
Yes, the Farms has already been all over it.
Back from Israel on Tuesday.
Uh-huh. When did she go? Okay, she came back on Tuesday. Did she go the day before or earlier than the day before?
It was a life-altering experience. And I had a fantastic time. I really did.
Bet.
It was
bet.
The highs, the lows, everything in between. Amazing. So, it's good to see everybody. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. It's good to see you guys. Hello, my love. All right.
This is news to me. Oh, you didn't know she went to Israel, Smelly Cat? Yeah, she went to Israel. Dcmediagirl of Israel, who said to Negs way before she got with him, "Hey, baby, you hurt me." I said it already. I'll say it again.
So, I thought I would give you guys a quick rundown of what I did and what a great time I had. I will not be showing pictures from my trip because
Well, what did she do, though? Did she just go there to see if there were any protests going on? Because there's still a lot of protests going on in Israel and Hamas. Now I don't know shit anymore. Me neither.
It said.
Yes, chat. Smelly Cat said she doesn't know shit. Failed.
The pictures that I took of my trip are strictly for friends and family. I am not... hello, ATX.
Oh,
Did
great.
I get a tan? I got a burn.
You got a burn. Well, DC, everybody, I'm not trying to be mean here. I'm really not trying to be mean, but everybody knows that you don't have type of skin that is sustainable enough for tanning. Shame, I'm only here for scantily clad pics. Oh, yes.
Is what I got.
Oh, yeah, I know.
They're for friends and family only. And
okay.
I already shared my pictures with friends.
All right, well, if she wants to keep it private, that's her right.
Family. Because I have learned the hard way that you do not cast pearls before swine.
Oh, yeah, because if you put anything private out there with the reputation that you got, DC, it's going to be all over Kiwi Farms. It's going to be all over Kiwi Farms. We all know that. I'm just telling you the truth. It'll be all over there. It'll be all over there. It really will. It'll be on your thread, Nexus thread, the Girl World thread, all sorts of other threads.
And when I share pictures of my trips on the internet, they're turned into content and people start to speculate and, all.
Yep. Just like they did with DC's Aunt's obituary. They turned that into content, which I don't agree with. Okay? I don't agree with.
Shit, so no, there will be no pictures. Those of you who are in chat, who are friends of mine, have already seen my pictures. And you know that
yes, we've also seen the pictures of you with Negs because you include a lot of them when you start your streams at the beginning of your streams.
it was quite the experience. Okay, so I was.
Yeah, like, I mean, as much as we all like to poke fun at her for her aunt passing away, that's a bit extreme. You shouldn't be posting anybody's obituaries or death certificates or whatever all over the place.
To leave on June 2nd, and my flight was delayed until the next day, so I got a hotel room in Jamaica, Queens, right near.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah.
The next day,
yeah, that is where 50 Cent is from. G-Unit.
I got up bright and early and went to the airport. Checked into El Al. The first hilarious experience that I had.
El Al Habibi.
Was that the security guy with El Al refused to speak to me in English.
Well, so what do you expect? What do you expect? What do you expect? A lot of people in Israel like to speak in Hebrew.
And I was very checked into El Al. The first hilarious experience that I had was that the security guy with El Al refused to speak to me in English. So he asked me all the questions in Hebrew, and I... Yeah, that's what they do. DC don't understand Hebrew. I was very, very pleased to see that all of it came back like this. And so even though I didn't answer him necessarily in Hebrew after every question, at least he could see that I understood. So when he... Yeah, but Hebrew is not DC's first language. DC has claimed that she is a wild Latina. Me for my darkon, which means my passport. I handed him my passport, and he asked me questions. Where are you going? What are you doing? I understand some Hebrew myself, and yes, that does mean your passport. Blah blah blah, and I answered, and he was satisfied with my answers. Smelly cat. I take no joy in acts like that. Me either. I go through security, and I made a mental note that I will never, ever, ever fly in or out of JFK Airport ever again. The lack of organization in that airport is second to none. And it was awful. It was awful. I mean, I have a global entry card, which means that you're supposed to be able to get into a special TSA line that bypasses all the bullshit. You have to take your shoes off. You can go through a metal detector and not a magnetometer thing. Like she told me. Okay. And it was a disaster. It was an absolute disaster. So by the time I got through security, I was... Oh, I bet. Crabby. But I got on my flight. I flew business on El Al, which was a fantastic experience. Absolutely fantastic experience. The food was amazing. The service was amazing. And when you fly business, I bet, it's great because you have your own like little cubicle, and so you don't have to play that crazy musical chairs bullshit. Yeah. The religious Jews like you do. Play that funky music, white boy. When is Clara not crabby? I don't know. When she talks to Negs, that's when she's not crabby. In premium economy, or God forbid, coach. Never, ever, ever, ever fly coach on El Al. It is the closest experience to hell on earth that you will ever have. All right. So if you are going to fly El Al, which I do recommend. Yes, Smelly Cat, and I want to go over what Principal Todd shared on Twitter because I did retweet it.
It's the picture of DC that I ended up using for the thumbnail as the thumbnail for this stream. And Principal Todd says, excuse me, Mr. Netanyahu. I was a producer at Fox. My love back home has a question. Hello, Negs. I heart you. So Negs is curious what steps Israel takes to empower small businesses, and how does Israel combat vile internet harassment, addicts, and the Narcan dispensary epidemic? And then there's police emojis.
Mostly former Israeli Air Force fighter pilots. They have an anti-missile system on every plane.
Yes.
And there are air marshals on every flight. It is very, very secure. You will never get hijacked. And if anybody decides...
Oh, no, you won't. No, you won't. Because if you try to do that, you're going to get shot.
To get out of line.
Out of line. You're out of touch. I'm out of line, but I'm still on the plane when you're not around.
The flight, they will soon regret it. Trust me. So anyway, it was the kind of thing where you have like the flat bed, you can lay the seat all the way back, and you can sleep properly, and it was great. It was a great experience. I get to Israel.
Okay.
And they still have, or they have, those scanning things that we used to have at all the airports before Trump took them out.
Oh, yeah.
Passport in.
Yeah. That's another thing he's going to keep doing if he gets to be president again. Do you condone that, DC? Do you condone that? Do you condone him getting rid of that stuff?
To the country. And they give you...
Are you happy about that?
Stamp a visa into your passport. They give you a little card that you carry with you at all times.
Yep, they sure do.
When you leave the country, you take that little card.
They sure do. I've done my research. Someone with no life, no education. He has absolutely nothing to offer the world. So the only thing that he can offer up by way of content is going after other people whom he has never met, whose lives he knows nothing about. And that is who Russ is, and that is what he does. Those were her words, not mine.
In a thing, and you leave. So the security was tolerable. It was good. It was fast. It took me less time to get into Israel than it took for me to get back into my own goddamn country. Return to the United States.
Yes.
So anyway, the hotel that I stayed in Tel Aviv was the site of a particularly horrible, vicious...
Oh, Tel Aviv, okay. Yeah, it's very bad in Tel Aviv.
It's called the Savoy Seaside Hotel in Tel Aviv. You can...
I do like to be beside the seaside.
There was a PLO attack on that hotel in the 1970s. As a matter of fact, both of the hotels I stayed in Israel, the Savoy in Tel Aviv and the King David Hotel in Jerusalem, were both the targets of very vicious by the Irgun, and the one in Tel Aviv by the PLO. So, you know, what a coincidence. So, when I got there, I spent the first day going to the beach, taking in the atmosphere, and the first thing that I noticed...
Another thing I already said, but I will say again. Let's go to the beach, let's go get away. They say what they're gonna say. Have a drink, clink, bam, a Bud Light. Bad bitches like DC is hard to come by. They're very easy to come by in Israel because she loves to go there.
When I was in the cab and I was going to Tel Aviv, the cab driver is taking me on some roundabout circuitous route. It shouldn't.
Yeah, and on the plane, DC has her GERD. And if you want more, then here DC is. Okay, I'll stop with Nicki Minaj.
Longer than half an hour to get from the airport to Tel Aviv, to the beaches. It's very, very close. And I thought, why the fuck is it taking so long? Well,
oh, they're slow, that's why.
So dirty, and why are so many of the streets closed, and why is this so depressing? Well, because Tel Aviv is in the process of expanding its subway system. And so there's a lot of road work, and a lot of roads are being dug up, which means that there are a lot of road closures, which is very bad.
Yes.
In terms of
yes,
traffic,
it is.
Kind of sucks, and it means that people have to take, different routes to get to wherever they're going. So it takes longer. And there are a lot of buildings that are closed. There are a lot of buildings that are being gutted, demolished, and there are going to be new residences put in their place. And unfortunately, all of these apartments and these homes that are going to be built are going to be quite expensive. Tel Aviv it's about the same size as Washington, D.C. It's about 500,000 residents. Jerusalem is about 1 million.
Yes.
So it's a small city. It's on the small side. And
Dcmediagirl of Tel Aviv and Jerusalem.
Terrible, terrible housing crunch, which I'll get to later. And living in Tel Aviv is very, very expensive. Expensive.
Yes.
And you pay premium money.
Isn't it very expensive in all areas of Israel, though, DC? It's expensive to live in Israel in general. It's not just in Tel Aviv, also in other areas.
Apartments that are horrendously shitty. So if you're going to live in a brand new unit, you're going to pay a lot more than you would for like an old 1920s, 30s, or 40s unit. Anyway, so I spent the next day on an adventure.
DC ended up having a defective unit.
I booked a guided tour of the Gaza envelope, which is the area that is right by the Gaza border wall. And I booked this tour not only because I wanted to see for myself what had happened on October 7th and where it had happened, but also because my cousin, the one who disappeared, lived on one of those kibbutzim in the Gaza envelope. And so, as the executor of my aunt's estate, I had an obligation to track him down. And I thought, okay, well, I guess that because no one could find him, that PR.
Because no one was making me feel like an edgy girl, I had to turn around and go back.
Who was absolutely useless, complete waste of money, totally cheated me.
Oh no!
Vague answer about, well, he's no longer on the kibbutz and his whereabouts are unknown. Well, I found him.
Here's a word that I know about. Because I am Italian. Schifusa. Oh, and also, Russ is a stunad at the first magnitude. You know what those words mean, DC? Oh, wait, I don't think so, because you ain't Italian.
That we went to was right at the border wall, and I've shared with my friends the pictures that I took of the wall. I was on a kibbutz that had been pretty much abandoned. All those kibbutzim in that area by the wall had basically been taken over by the army. You cannot get into those kibbutzim.
Is she usually this wild and edgy? Not unless she has Sadhu. Sadhu! What are you barking for, Sadhu?
Business. The only reason that we got onto that kibbutz that was right next to the border wall was because my God.
Smelly cat, I'll give you my laugh whenever you need it. There you go.
Who is a former Israeli Navy SEAL, was an absolutely phenomenal next level liar.
Oh no.
Astonishing.
Oh no.
Effective liar. And thank God I understand Hebrew, and I could hear the lies that he was telling these soldiers.
Oh yeah, yeah. I already know the scenario. God. It was like if Russ was the person that I was talking to. That's how badly this guy lied. I mean, my goodness.
He told the soldiers some lie about how he had spoken to his friend Gili or Gadi or something, and that the guy said that it was okay for us to get into that kibbutz, and oh well, we can't reach him now because he went to the pool or some other horse.
Oh really?
So the soldier, I think, was worn down by all this horse shit, so he just left. So we went. I took my pictures of the wall. The place was eerily silent.
Okay.
Eerily silent.
Oh, I bet.
And the only people that you could see there were the workers who were there, no longer Palestinians, and I seriously doubt that any Palestinians will ever be allowed to get into Israel again to work. Because one of the things that happened, and one of the reasons that October 7th was carried out so seamlessly, is because there was a lot of recce that was done by these Palestinian workers who would go onto these kibbutzim, most of which are very left-wing kibbutzim, and are all about, you know, free to be you and me, kumbaya kind of stuff. And they would bring these Palestinians onto the kibbutzim to do, you know, gardening and all kinds of other, you know, agricultural work and whatever. And so these workers spent around 2 years taking very detailed notes of where all the safe rooms were, where the police were, where the weapons were stored.
Yeah.
Who was involved in the security units, which homes had dogs, which homes had children. And that's why when they struck, they were so effective. It was not a half-cocked operation.
No, of course not. Of course not. No, they're very effective. They're very effective when they have at it.
Where to go, and they knew where to hit. And they knew that a lot of these kibbutzim had very, very loose security. You know, sorry, my nose is very, very itchy today.
Oh, wow. Be careful.
So, you can see the destruction. All right. We saw quite a bit of destruction. In that particular kibbutz, we went by Kibbutz Be'eri, which I desperately wanted to go into, but we were not permitted.
Of course not.
We weren't permitted to go into Nir Oz. We weren't permitted to go into a lot of those places. But eventually, he took me to Sderot, which is a town that is within...
Why were you not permitted to go there, DC? Did you have to have a permit? Did you have to have some sort of papers? Or were they just like, no, you can't come here? Did they give you a reason? I think all the mod community know me now. TMI, yes.
Stone's throw. I'm only slightly exaggerating. It's like maybe a couple of 100 meters from the border wall. It is considered to be the most dangerous place in Israel. And they have a lookout point. And you go up to this lookout point, and from that lookout point, you can look over the wall and you can see into Gaza.
Yeah.
When I was at the previous kibbutz, I could.
Yeah, they have lookout points. You can indeed see into Gaza if you go up to one of the points they have, if you're allowed. And you're able to see everything. Where's my motherfucking honeydew vape concentrate? Oh yeah, smelly cat. I still have my pink lemonade matrix.
Smell the war on the other side of the wall. Could smell it.
Edna, hello. Welcome.
The ammunition, it was the gunpowder, it was the explosions. You could hear it and you could smell it. And I was asked, could you smell death? No, I could just smell the...
Sorry, I have like 180 vape flavors and finding some are insane. Oh, that's all right, smelly cat.
And I could feel the impact. The impact.
Oh, yes, smelly cat. Smelly cat vapes.
Every time a bomb fall. And keep in mind, there was an operation to smell.
Actually, wait. Let me rephrase that. Oh, yes, smelly cat. Go get your vapes.
Which was not where I was standing. I was at the northern point of Gaza, and Rafah is in the south. But Gaza is a very, very small.
Edna, I'm good, Edna. Edna, did you want to come on? Because I remember you saying last time you would come on panel with me. If you're still not able to, it's okay. I'm a serial vapor. Yeah, we all are. We all are. I don't know if you saw it or not, but I had Hussey on yesterday. Hussey is going to be on again next week. We just got to figure out a time.
Area. So, I mean, you could.
Sure. Okay. Yes, Edna, let's make Bridget have an even bigger fit. I'll give you the link. I'll give you the link. I'll give you the link. Here you go. All right, there's the link for Edna.
You could feel the danger on the other side of the wall. You could feel it. You could feel it. You could hear it. You could smell it. So when I was in Sderot, I took some pictures of.
When she was in Sderot.
Used to be the Sderot police station.
Which
is now a vacant lot. It's going to be turned into a memorial. It was completely
turned to a memorial for who?
That day, a bunch of terrorists went in to hide in the police station, and the military destroyed it with the.
Okay.
And to see the damage that was done there was a lot.
I will be waiting for Edna.
And the thing that was even more eye-opening than the damage, which I would come to expect because Sderot is one of the most targeted towns in all of Israel, was the number of building cranes that you see. As far as you can see, they're building and building and building and building more and more and more.
All right, here is Edna. Hello, Edna.
Hey, Russ, how's it going? Hey, everybody.
Pretty good. Pretty good. Oh, my. Bridget's gonna lose her mind.
Why do you say that?
Because between me and me having Hussey on and now me having you on, oh no, she's gonna be like, why are you motherfuckers going over there? He's disgusting.
Why do they call you disgusting, Russ?
I don't know. It's Bridget said she thought I was weird. So that's why.
You know what? Everybody thinks everybody's weird.
Yeah.
Are you married?
Am I married? No. Is
that like
me and Pistachio have. What?
I could have sworn that I heard you say that you were married.
Well, yeah, to Angry Pistachio, yes, but not in real life. In real life, I'm single.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And that's another thing.
That video. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
It's another thing Bridget has poked at me for. She's like, oh, he's never going to have a relationship. He's an incel. Like, I've had girlfriends before. I just don't have one now.
Oh, okay. Oh, I don't know why I thought you were gay, but you're heterosexual.
No, I'm not gay. No, I'm not gay. People think that
Oh,
because I hang around Hussey and Gregory Schmeggery and all other people that actually are gay, but no, you can have friends that are gay without actually being gay yourself.
of course. So yeah. So you're not
Uh,
involuntarily celibate.
no, I'm not. No, no. I've told everybody. Everybody knows. Everybody saw my OnlyFans. My OnlyFans got leaked when I had my OnlyFans. No,
Russ, you have an
I'm not a virgin.
OnlyFans?
Everybody knows that huh?
Let's say you have an OnlyFans?
I used to have one, but I deleted it because of everything that I got into with Negs and DC, and it's like I wasn't using it anyways, so I figured, why keep something up that I'm not using? I only posted a few
Okay.
pictures on there,
You only posted what pictures?
like maybe 3 or 4 pictures on it when I had it.
Oh, okay. What kind of stuff were you posting?
I nudes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, cool. Smelly cat. What does gayish mean?
and Hussey knows about it because Hussey said that he was shown it, and somebody also told me that Hussey said that I was hung, and Vicky Vibe said I was hung too.
Oh, okay. Well, good for you.
Yeah, and like I'm getting heat for my recent video, but that's okay.
Okay, so what's the heat you're getting for your recent video?
It's because it's like about this girl that I liked, and people like made a huge thing because they said that, oh yeah, he confessed to being obsessed with her and stalking her for like 5 years. It's like, no,
For 5 years.
I made that community. I made that community tab post about me saying that I did what I did because I wanted, that's what men do. Whenever men fuck up, they're supposed to acknowledge their fuck up. They're not
You
supposed
were
to sweep
stalking
stuff
someone
under
for
the
five
rug. So
years?
yeah,
Russ, you were stalking someone for 5 years?
look, I mean, everybody's saying that that's what it was, but like, I was just at the time that I knew her, I was literally just head over heels in love with her. So yeah, I just did something I shouldn't have done.
Oh, wow. Did you like hurt her
Yeah.
or scare her? Like what
No,
happened?
no, 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 no. I didn't. I never even met her. Like we were just friends online. I've already explained this 10 million times, but because she had ended up going missing at the time that I knew her, everybody was like, "Oh yeah, maybe he kidnapped her. He killed her." No, like we never physically met
Wait,
in
did
person.
wait, Russ, did she like really go missing? Like the police were involved looking for her, or did she just take a
Yeah,
break from
yeah,
reality?
yeah, yeah. There was a news thing about it around the time that Negs and DC got on me about it.
Oh my goodness, is she okay? What happened?
I have no idea. I have no idea, but I told everybody, it's like was never directly involved in that because the only thing I did was speak to her, and people are still like sending me death threats and harassing me over it. It's like, why? That's a situation that happened years ago. Why am I still being
Russ,
driven nuts about it?
why? You sound like suspect number one.
I know I sound like suspect number one, but Bridget already, like the stream that Bridget did about the interview I had with GP, she was like, there's proof that he had nothing to do with it.
Okay.
And I didn't.
Well, I'm sorry to hear about your friend. That's terrible.
Oh, it's all right. It's all right. I'm not even mad about it because I've learned to handle controversy now. So, I mean, but at the time, you know, at the time that all that stuff was going on, I didn't know how to handle it correctly.
Okay. So how have you changed? How have you how do you handle it differently now?
I just, I'm because Bridget also was saying, oh, he makes videos and deletes videos all the time. Like, I'm not going to do that no more. I mean, I'll only delete a video if it's something that I don't feel comfortable with from now on, but for the most part, I ain't going to be just deleting videos all the time. But around that time, like, I was deleting a lot of content. People thought, oh, this is his way of covering it up. No, it was because I was overwhelmed with all these people attacking me over it.
You were making impulsive decisions, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That happens.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you do?
What do? I create content like everybody else. That's it.
I mean, you're a full-time YouTuber or a content,
Pretty much. Aside
content
from,
creator?
I do have. Yes. I do this full time because I have nothing.
Okay.
As DC said, the guy has no life. He is an irrelevant nobody. But
Don't say that, Russ.
yeah, no, I'm not so much of an irrelevant nobody no more. But still, like, this. I do this just because I like to have fun, and I do have an actual like job now because I work as a marketing executive for like this company that I can't talk too much about because they're like, you can't be saying
Right.
stuff about us on social media, otherwise they're
Wait,
gonna
it's a
like say
marketing
I can't
job?
work
They
with them.
don't want you to mention your social media? That sounds backwards.
No. It's not. It's not that. It's. I can't talk about them. I can't say the name of the company.
So how is it involved with marketing? What do you do for them?
You just sell stuff to people, and if you get like a certain amount of shoppers, then you get a paycheck.
Oh, okay. So it's like a commission-based sales.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of
Okay.
similar to eBay. That
Oh,
Amber chick. None of them have lives either, Russ. Don't let them make you feel bad. Uh huh.
oh yeah, that's true. Like all of us spend way too much time online, clearly.
Yeah. And so what's this? What's been the recent situations with Jan's views?
Oh, I don't know. What do you mean? Is something going on?
No, I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. As CJ from
Oh,
Grand Theft Auto San Andreas once said, I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. And then Big Smoke was
uh,
like, well, don't ask a wise man, friend. Ask a fool. And then CJ said that's what I was doing.
mm.
Smelly Cat. I recently took a long break from social media. It's important for me to have breaks of time off the internet. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think different like social media platforms definitely have different vibes. Like especially in girl world, I think X or Twitter is just craziness. So
Yeah.
I can't like I was like, no, thank you. Um, Twitch in general, I feel like has way too much going on. I'm not interested in that platform. Or like Rumble, I just like all of these other it's just too many. I have my YouTube and my Instagram and I'm good.
Uh-huh. Did you want to listen to the rest of DC's thing with me?
Sure, go right ahead.
All
So what's
right.
going on? Can you give me a recap?
She did a stream talking about when she went to Israel.
Oh, okay.
It's called My Trip
So
to
is she
Israel.
so is she pro-Israel? Like what is she trying to say?
I assume so because she is Jewish, even though she did say she was an atheist, I think, at one point.
So what does that make her a Zionist?
I have no idea, but I do know that DC is Jewish.
Okay. Well, not all Jewish people are like anti uh Palestine and Gaza and everything, but kind of crazy
No, and
to think that anybody would be pro Israel in this situation.
I've never had a problem with anybody that's Jewish at all. But people
Mm.
were saying that I was being anti-Semitic because of like some of the things that I've said about DC. Like, no, I don't have any issues with anyone that's Jewish. I respect all religions. I personally am not religious. I'm an atheist, but if you're religious, that's fine. That's fine. But the thing of it is the main issue that I have is with people that like to, you know what proselytizing is? People who like to force their religious beliefs onto somebody else that doesn't want anything to
Oh,
do with it.
yeah, I grew up in a missionary church, so unfortunately, I understand too well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what is Melly Cat saying? Supports neither side. Both parties need to really get their shit together. To be
Mm-hmm.
honest, I don't really know a whole lot about the situation. I just know, the images that are coming out about what's happening in Gaza is just
Yeah,
heartbreaking, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. A
So
lot
it's,
of people are being killed. A lot of people are being killed.
yeah, and so it's just kind of hard to kind of, I don't know, rationalize a situation that kind of excuse that in any kind of way. But I don't know.
Uh-huh. Me either.
All
And
right, so
I don't know if you
oh,
ever knew about this or not, because I don't know if you saw the stream that Bridget did around this time, but Bridget was like, "Get a new hobby." I will not. I will not. I will
get a
not.
new
I've come way
hobby.
too far with this channel.
Oh, she's saying that your YouTube channel needs to be an. Why do you need to, get away from YouTube?
Because she just said that because she was mad, that's all. Because she didn't like me doing an interview with GP, because I don't know if you know the situation. Me and Hussey were talking about this yesterday, but I don't know if you know the situation with Bridget sending sexually, allegedly sending sexually explicit stuff to GP because she wanted GP to give it to Tragic. Did you ever hear anything about that?
No, just that. Like this is the first time I've heard like the actual late about. Um, you know what? I don't know what to say about that. But yeah, okay.
I mean, I believe it because everybody knows that she had feelings for him. She did.
For
GP
tragic.
told me that GP told me that she told him like more than once that she thought that he was her internet boyfriend.
So why would she give the pictures to GP instead of tragic?
I think it might have been because she was nervous. She's fear of rejection. Fear of rejection. That's what I think it is.
So she was asking GP for his like opinion.
No, she wanted GP to give Tragic the pictures that she sent him.
Right. But what I'm saying is, why couldn't she just give it to Tragic directly?
Because as I said already, fear of rejection. She was afraid that he would reject him and he wouldn't want him. That's why she gave him to GP instead.
How could he reject like an email? He's gonna get
Very
like he's
easy.
gonna receive it.
When somebody sends you an email, all you can do is if you don't want the email, you just move it to trash. You don't have to see it no more. And then there's also an option where you can permanently delete it. So he probably
Right,
would have
but
done
that's what
something
I'm
like
saying.
that.
Right, but I mean, GP would do this, or he could do the same thing from GP communication.
Yeah,
I don't understand why.
but he
I
did
mean,
it.
do we know for a fact that she did this, or is this the rumor?
Well, when I because like quite a while ago, I don't know if you ever saw this stream, but I was telling because Coffee Psyduck asked me about it, like the stream that I have the most views on when Tragic came on my panel for the first time. GP was also on, and so was Witty Widow, and he was accusing GP of voyeurism. He was like, "Why don't
Okay.
you tell everybody how you do voyeurism and you recorded Bridget stripping, getting naked, playing with yourself, and sent it to
Wait,
me?"
Bridget and GP?
I guess
Okay.
that's what he
I
said.
thought
I don't know how
I
true it
thought
is.
GP. Oh wait, I thought GP was a married man.
He is, but she's still. I don't know the whole entire situation. I think honestly, I think that that was just something Tragic made up.
Okay.
I don't think GP has ever done voyeurism personally.
Well, these are a lot of allegations.
Oh, I know. That's why I didn't understand it. I didn't understand what was going on when I had the two of them on. And Gigi, the Gaining Ground, went over it, and he was like, "See, even Russ doesn't understand," because I didn't. I really did not. I didn't know what to make of it. Because it's like when you make an accusation like that, I never saw any proof of it. I never saw any proof of it, so I didn't know what to believe.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. That doesn't really add up. The math ain't mathing.
No, no, it does not.
All right, well, you want to go ahead and continue?
Yes, I'll continue.
And I turned to my guide.
By the way, another thing everybody likes to hear me say all the time is I dabbled in the hood pussy for quite some time.
What does that mean?
Well, one of my exes is black, so I don't know. I don't know. That was something random I came up with. That was just something
All
random I
right.
came up with.
Wait, what does Amber Chick say? Edna, have you ever thought to ask her about it instead of asking everyone else? LOL, I'm just saying. It hasn't come up with her. So this is the first time that it's come up. And someone's asked me about it here talking with Russ.
Well, I think if you ask her about it directly, she's just going to deny it. She'll just say, "No, that never happened. That never happened. That was just some shit they made up just for shits and giggles." Like that's just how she is. She's not going to tell the truth about it. I don't think. I don't think. I could be wrong. She
Yeah.
may open up
That's not
about it
really
if she feels like doing
listen,
it.
that's not really my business either way. You know what I mean? Like it's one thing
Yeah,
when,
it's not.
we're talking about people who are voluntarily giving out this information, but
Yeah, it's not my.
people
It's not
asking,
my. It's
yeah.
not my. It's not my business either. It's like it's if she did do that, then that's on her.
Oh, okay, I see you, Amber Chick. Well, you know what? I can't blame you for trying.
Ask her publicly because I'm nosy, Edna. All right, I'll continue with DC.
And I
Okay.
said to him, who in their right fucking mind would want to live in this town? And he says, well, as you can see, it's growing. And I said, but why though? I don't understand. I mean, let's not kid ourselves. Most of Israel is under attack at, for significant periods of time.
Uh-huh.
But Sderot is so close.
It's with every place, though, not just Israel. A lot of places get under attack most of the time.
I mean, I don't think we can say every place. I mean, I don't
Some
know
more
because
than
I'm
others.
not seeing images. coming from Israel, like, what we're seeing from Gaza, though.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, some places more than others.
Hmm.
Some places more than others. Some places more than others.
So close. And these people not only refuse to leave, but there are people who are moving into Sderot. And I asked him, what kinds of people come to live here? And he said, well, mostly they're very religious.
By the way, I would also like to point out, DC does not like any of the women in my community at all. She went after T-Girl recently. So.
Well, is that a warning? Now she's gonna come after me. I don't know if I could be
She
considered
may,
a woman in the community, though.
she may or may not have something to say about you for being up here with me. So yeah, she might.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know.
Well, thanks for the heads up.
Oh, you're welcome. She sure don't, and we don't like her either. Yeah, you hear that, DC? They don't like you. That Amber chick don't like you either. Oh, DC's fragile heart is broken.
And also Tel Aviv and Jerusalem and Haifa.
She's got no original content anymore, so it's a major. Well, she has reviewed me before, so if she wants to again, by all means, go ahead, DC. I'm all for it.
Sounds like that are very, very expensive. And so now that they're
what?
Okay, so when you posted that video saying that DC was just like a what do you say, like a secretary or just answered the phones at Fox, you were just joking. You were trolling.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, I don't know what she actually did when she worked there. It's none of my business because that's her life, that's her occupation, whatever. But the reaction that I got from Negs was way too funny. Where the fuck did you get? All she did was answer phones.
Listen, bro, that is not cool. You can't just sit up here and take away that woman's accomplishments like that. Because however you feel about the platform, Fox, because I don't, I don't appreciate the views. It's still, an accomplishment to work on it, to work with that at that
I
caliber.
know that. I know that. I was just joking around, but they took it literally because they're nuts. They're nuts. Like it's like DC, you can't take a joke.
Yeah, but
she told me she told me our lives are just jokes, huh? Got it. They take it. And that's another thing Bridget said about me is, oh, he takes everything literal. Like DC takes everything literal too, and so does Negs. They both do. Also,
it's a fine line though, because part of it, content and it's entertainment. But if you're sitting here saying that, like her career, that she's, lying about what she actually did, X, Y, and Z on a public platform like YouTube, I would be mad. I would take that seriously too. Because some people aren't going to know that you're trolling. Yeah.
I know that. I understand. I know it. I know not everybody's going to feel the same. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
But still, like I said, the reaction he had cracked me up.
What was his reaction? What did he say?
Oh, well, I already told you. He was like, where the fuck did you get? All she did was answer phones.
Oh, okay. That's right.
Yeah. Like, just the way he said it was funny.
Mm-hmm.
A train that goes to Sderot. It's
yeah, that Amber chick. Yeah, sorry, but we aren't the ones who said she was a liar. Fox published that themselves about that documentary that was made all those years ago. Yeah, and All I did was share information that was publicly available. That's it. It's like, oh no, Rush, you can't do that. Another funny thing that he told me was, and Nex told me this, was he was like, the only thing that you have ever produced is a wad under the mattress in your box spring, buddy, or something like that.
Okay. Is that like a
It's
math?
just,
What's the
what?
joke? I
I
don't
don't
get it.
know. I don't know. It's like, it's fun to, you know, it's fun to go back and forth with them because it's just funny the reactions that they have.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't mean any harm or ill intentions with it at the end of the day. I just like to, laugh like everybody else does.
Yeah. Well, you know what though? When it gets to the point where people are suing each other, it's like, how did it get that far? Because I would like to think that most people are just here for fun, that they don't mean any ill intent.
Well, it's a long story. When cuz like the main reason for me becoming involved with like Girl World and Hater Nation and those kinds of all these kinds of communities was because I had found out about Hussy, and I told Angry Pistachio this. Hussy was the introduction for me to these kinds of, this side of YouTube. Before I met Hussy, I was doing all sorts of other different types of content, like just
Oh, what was
regular
your content
commentary.
before? Like on
Um,
celebrities or TV shows or what?
Kind of in that area, yes. Kind of in that area. I never really did anything regarding politics or like world news or anything because I was more interested because I used to be really into like the life of a free spirit. I used to really be into Leafy is Here before he lost his
Yeah.
YouTube channel, so I took cues from him in regards to like doing commentary.
Okay. I used to watch Life of a Free Spirit, but I don't know Leafy is here.
Leafy is Here was a really really big channel. Like he popped
Oh,
off
okay.
in 2015. He used to talk about Pokimane and SS Sniper Wolf and all those kinds of people. And he lost his
Oh,
channel
okay.
because they said that he repeatedly, I guess, violated the harassment policies.
Uh-oh. Who is he harassing?
I don't know. I don't know, but I do know that he, after he lost his channel, he went to Storyfire and also on Rumble, and he did a few streams on Rumble, and he hasn't streamed on Rumble for like I think going on 6 months now.
Okay. What do you think about Life of a Free Spirit's pregnancy?
I'm happy for her. I'm happy to see that she, it's. I feel like that about any woman. Any woman that is able to have a child, it's a very wonderful thing. Like I hope that she
Yeah.
is able to, have a kid that doesn't grow up being screwed up. I think she'll be a good parent. I think she'll be a really good parent.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm sending her all the best positive wishes. She looks beautiful.
Of course, I can't say anything because I'm not a dad. So,
What do you mean?
well, I don't have kids. So I like, is it correct to speak on somebody that's having a kid when you don't have kids yourself?
I don't know. I feel like I'm a member of society, so I can speak on another society member. I mean, I'm not a parent.
Yeah, I'm not either. I'm not either, but I'm still happy for her regardless.
Yeah, I'm not judging her. I don't know. Like, it's no judgment or anything.
Nope.
Yeah, what the Ember chick said. She said, she has a smooth pregnancy and delivery. Being a mother changes folks. I'm happy for her honesty.
Mm-hmm. Same here.
Exactly, Amber chick, right? Although it's funny, I was thinking about
Yeah,
something.
yeah. Many years ago. Many
Yeah,
years ago, that Amber chick. Many years ago.
I was like, I don't really even understand or relate to the kids' perspective anymore. I think I'm totally in the adult. Like for a minute there, it was like I could see both sides of it. Now I'm just like, these kids nowadays, do you feel like that, Russ?
Am I still like what?
Like, when it's like a generational debate or whatever, do you feel like you're on the side of the younger generation or the older generation?
Not really. I think I'm on the side of both.
Oh, really? Okay. How old are you? Ma do you mind me asking?
27.
20, okay. Yeah, I could see it being 27. Get to like 37. I feel like you're gonna be like, no, these kids. These dang kids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And people are going to be like, oh, yeah, that's like Russ's recent video is him stirring up more controversy. No, it's like, I got emailed a legitimate, like, threat in a way, so I felt the need to talk about it. Has
Wait,
nothing to do with me
what's
wanting
going on with
views.
the latest what's going on with the latest video?
Oh, well, we were talking, so I paused it, but I'll keep going.
Yeah, go ahead.
I know that that sounds crazy to somebody who isn't from here,
Mm-hmm.
but it is actually convenient. You can buy a decent place to live, a decent size, I mean. You can hop
Yeah.
on the train. You can go to work in Tel Aviv. You can go to work in Jerusalem. Tel
Mm-hmm.
Aviv is only about an hour away from the Gaza border. So it's a commute like going from Baltimore to DC, basically.
Yeah.
It's a very short commute.
Yeah.
But people are absolutely demanding to go live there. It couldn't be me. Could not be me. Okay?
Are you on the
But
East
Oh, well,
Coast?
no, because what?
I said, are you on the East Coast? Your location?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. How far
But
is
I
Maryland
understand.
from DC?
I have no clue. I'd have to look that up.
No, the way you were agreeing made me think that you were like familiar.
No, I actually don't know. Oh, it's an hour.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So yeah, that's really close.
Yeah, Washington is an hour away from Maryland.
Okay.
Wishing someone who is prego well wishes is within the good scale. Yeah, Tank Girl, I don't wish any ill will on Callie. I hope that she's, you know, happy with whether she has is she having a, do you know if she's having like a son or a daughter? Or did she not reveal like the gender of the child yet? Because she probably doesn't
I'm
know,
not
right?
sure. I feel like she probably has revealed, and I just don't remember. But I don't know.
I have no idea. Me either, Tank Girl.
I stood at the top of the lookout point and I
See, I don't actually watch Callie. I don't watch
Yeah, I
her.
don't really watch her either. Yeah. Well, for a while there, she seemed to kind of have kind of like a mental break or something. So,
Yeah, because she said that she was tired of like of Girl World and stuff like that.
yeah. I'm not exactly sure what happened. I know she, yeah, I'm not exactly sure what happened. There was a lot of life changes, but I wasn't following because I think she moved and she was with someone and they broke up, and I think there was a lot of drama with that. And I found, and there was, I don't know, there was
Yeah, and then
just a
also
bunch of drama, and I missed all of it.
the stuff with Shane too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know because Shane is transgender, right?
I believe so. I think so. Yeah.
Okay, so I kind of lost touch with her with Kelly before that even came out. So I really don't know what was happening.
Mm. Okay, you want me to continue with DC?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Shared that video and those pictures with people in the Discord and with my friends. I shared them on Facebook, and it was sober.
Oh, here's David. Is that Edna, darling? Edna, did you hit your head or something, darling?
He did. He been mean to me. What's going on here?
Oh.
It was a sobering experience.
By the way, I don't know if you know or not, but Jan has me blocked on Twitter, but that's all right because I never.
Um,
It's like she's another person I don't watch. I've never spoken to her, and I'm disgusted with
Russ,
all the stuff she's been doing to Hussey.
listen, Russ, would you like me to ask Jan to unblock you? Is that what you're asking me?
No, just because I honestly don't care because like I think she's gross because the way that she's treated Hussey is absolutely ridiculous. Like calling the police for no reason. Who does that?
Yeah. I mean, to be completely honest, when it comes to Jen and Hussey, I feel like they both go to a low place with each other that, at this point, I'm not jumping into that. Like if they want to bury the hatchet or, come to some kind of agreement, that's on them to do that. But that doesn't really have anything to do with me.
Yeah, it don't got nothing to do with me either. But I am upset about it. I will say that because Hussey don't deserve to be treated like that. Nobody deserves that kind of treatment.
Yeah, I think either way, people don't deserve to hear, um, you know, yeah, it's unfortunate because I think it takes the jabbing or the, whatever we do online, the drama, the mess, too far. It takes it to in real life, and it takes it to a hurtful place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does, and like all he said he was gonna do was like go swimming, and she freaked out. Like, who freaks out over somebody just going to a pool?
Listen, Russ, I've recently gotten into true crime, right? And the stories that you hear about what people do and how it starts as innocent enough looking things, or even if it doesn't start innocent, the the people when they talk about like what like the neighbors or the community members thought of these people who committed these crimes. It sounds like, oh, they were just a little eccentric, or they was this, or they were that. Something like, oh, they were just kind of weird being at the pool. Now, I'm not saying that Hussey is one of these people, that would do X, Y, and Z. I'm saying that when we always have these stories where it's like, why didn't somebody say something? Why wasn't something done about this behavior? And if she felt like
Mm-hmm.
she was being that person to stand up, I can't be mad at her about that, you know? I
Yeah.
mean, I also think that
Um,
she doesn't quite understand how the police work in America, where, calling the police on anybody for any reason could be a dangerous situation. It shouldn't be that way, but,
yeah.
yeah.
That Amber chick says Jan turns on everyone eventually. I hope you don't experience it, Edna. Hussey didn't deserve any of what Jan has said and done to him. She's trash and there's no defending it. I agree that Amber chick, he didn't deserve any of it. Oh, Carlos, is DC in Israel for peace talks? Carlos, she was in Israel. She's not in Israel no more. This is about when she went there.
To see other places that we visited. We went to Ofakim, which had its own story. There was a woman named Rachel, an older lady who lived in a house in Ofakim, and she's Moroccan. Her ancestry is Moroccan. And so when the terrorists came, they ran into her house and she cooked for them. She spoke to them in Arabic and she cooked for them and she calmed them down until the authorities came. She saved that woman by cooking a meal for a bunch of terrorists, saved so many lives in Ofakim, so many lives.
Mm-hmm.
Rachel the hero. Go look it up. Rachel Ofakim, Ofakim. And when you go through Ofakim, you can see that there are still remnants of there's still RPG holes that were created by rocket-propelled grenades. The houses are full of bullet holes. Rachel's house has been basically gutted, and she left Ofakim, but I think she wants to go back. Her husband had died not on October 7th, and she was living by herself, so she went to live with some family, but she wants to return to Ofakim, which is, again, I mean, it's a kind of mindset that people in this country do not understand.
Yeah.
The stubbornness, the determination to be in your own home, no matter where that home is second to none. And what happened in Ofakim was that was one of the areas, one of the towns where the Palestinians had done a lot of wrecking. And so the first target was the police station. And there was a giant shootout in the square at Ofakim where I think about 12 police officers were killed, and you can see the memorials everywhere. And again, they knew exactly where to go first. They knew where to go first, and that was the police station. Now, here is something that I learned that was super, super interesting that I did not know. I also went to the Nova Music Festival site.
For what?
The mayor of that town where the Nova Music Festival took place had denied a permit for the festival. He said no. The police said yes.
Okay, right.
The police approved the.
What? Yeah, I paused it.
This is starting to feel like torture. This is starting to feel like torture, man. What are we doing? What is she talking about? I thought she was telling us about her trip. Now she's telling about this woman who was a hero. Like, what's going on?
I don't know. I don't know. She's talking about some music festival. Maybe she went to a concert.
It's like talk radio or something. It's like we're just listening to her talk. Like, I'm sorry.
Well, that's what she does when she streams.
Oh
she turns into a talk radio host.
Okay. I wasn't expecting this.
And I already know another thing that's going to be thrown my way. Russ, what are you talking about? Why are you saying she sounds like a talk radio host? What's wrong with you?
I mean, there's no disrespect to DC Media Girl. I mean, everybody has their lane. I'm not a watcher or whatever. It's just that I thought she was gonna tell us about like, did she go recently to Israel? When did she go?
She says it was recent. Um,
Okay.
yeah, this was June 14th. This was 5 days ago, and she said that she went there, I think, on a Tuesday. So
So
I'm
why was
guessing
she there?
recently, yeah, because she wanted to. I guess she needed a break from running the store.
Oh, the CD
Oh,
store
David knows.
or the
Yeah,
DVD store.
David knows about 2 weeks ago, I think. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thanks, David. No, is that CD? Is it CD DVDs? How is it going? Is it successful?
Well, Negs mainly wants to sell CDs, but I think DVDs as well because he said that he wants to be both. I think,
So how is the
but I don't
store?
think it's successful.
Okay.
Not good
When was
because
the
of
last
not
time?
good because of the situation that they had where they had the police and the fire department there recently.
Oh, well, wait, that was just one call, or was you think? I mean, you think that had like a significant e- effect on the store's business?
Probably because whenever you have a situation involving the police or any whatever, you're going to have a lot of people that are not going to want to shop there anymore.
Russ, you think a lot of people are shopping there?
No, but
When
still,
was
like
the last time? Listen, when was the last time you used a CD or DVD? Chat, you chime in too. Seriously though,
I have not.
can't even, I can't even tell
I
you. It's
I stream
been
all of my music. I stream all of my music, so it's like nobody uses CDs anymore.
it's been
Very
at least
rarely people use CDs nowadays.
at least
And same
10
goes for
years.
DVDs because yeah, at least 10 years. Same goes for DVDs because now you have all the streaming services, Netflix, HBO Max, etc.
Yeah.
So people are more used to streaming now. Not nobody screws around with CDs no more.
I can't believe that they have a CD store. I mean, it blows my mind.
And when I did have CDs, when I did used to listen to CDs, I used to just listen to like when I was younger because um I would listen to a lot of Christian rock and hip hop and stuff like that, like stuff like Skillet, Toby Mac, um, those kinds of artists,
Okay. I remember
and
my
also
first CDs were Brandy and Monica.
oh yeah. Speaking of Brandy and Monica, Ariana Grande remade "The Boy Is Mine."
I heard about that. It wasn't like a remake, but it's a song of the same name, right?
It was it was because there's a song that she made in 2021 that was never released because she said that it was intended for like a TV show, and it was a
Uh-huh.
demo she recorded, and everybody ended up getting a hold of it. It's called Fantasize, and released it without her consent, and she ended up threatening legal action towards everybody that put the song out, which is
Uh-huh.
understandable because if you're releasing something that an artist puts out that they just records, it's like just a demo, and it's illegally pirated, streamed, whatever. It's copyright infringement, don't you think?
Yeah. I mean, the like essentially stealing their work.
Yeah, so she was like, "I'll see you in jail," literally. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Carlos, Blu-ray too, but not many people use Blu-ray players anymore either.
Yeah, I don't think the
He's
Blu-ray really. Sorry, go
he's
ahead.
dumb because people buy DVDs and sell them to other countries for more than what they bought it for. Yeah, they do. They do indeed. They do indeed. I don't know. Should we? I'm almost at the end of the stream. I'll keep going. Like 15
Okay.
minutes
All
left.
right. Okay, we'll
Implemented, and
power through. Can we put it on like 1.25, 1.5?
Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
and 1.25.
and that the public does not want these ideas to be put into practice anymore. So we are about to enter a very frightening period of our history. And I'm not going to sit here and be hysterical, say, oh, Trump is a dictator and he's a fascist and all that. You know, if you want to think that, go ahead.
A lot of people already do think that, DC. Unfortunately.
I mean, how do you, excuse me, how do you feel? It seems like he is.
He is, though. I mean, you look at all the stuff that he did with the Capitol attack in 2021. He condoned that. He told everybody, go to the Capitol and tell all the senators and everybody else how you feel about him. About the election was never stolen from him, but he was like, go to the Capitol and tell all the senators and everybody that is doing the electoral college how you feel about the election being, in his eyes, stolen from him. And all the people that were at those protests and at those rallies and everything took that seriously, and it became the mess that it became. And a lot of people passed away. A lot of Capitol police officers got injured. One of them got killed because he got hit in the head with a fire extinguisher, and he ended up dying from a heart attack afterwards. And then there were a lot of people that were involved with that did die of drug overdoses.
Right. I mean, for me, it was like the
Illusionist, will you come on the asylum and tell your story about the stripper? I'm not talking about that no more, Carlos. Like, the video that I did is the last time that I speak about that. I am not doing any other content on that after that video.
What's the stripper story? Just give us what is it, the TLDR?
It's like it's regarding my personal life. It's like it's honestly nobody's business. That's why I don't want to talk about it. Like, I don't want to disclose things like that to people that I don't know unless I feel I absolutely have to. Oh, here's GP. Hello, GP.
Hey, GP.
GP Edna is here. Do you think we should I ask GP if he wants to come on?
Sure, the more
GP, did you want to come up if you're able? Hopefully all is well with you in chat. Yes, everything's well, GP. I'll put the link if GP wants to come on. Oh my boy, all of us have really had some iconic moments being content creators, haven't we?
Well, I'm not quite a content creator, but sure. What's been your moment, or what do you like? Give me an example.
Well, I don't know if you know about this, but because everybody keeps on saying, oh, you know, stop bringing up this because this was something that didn't involve you. But it's like, it's still, to this day, one of my most viewed videos that I've ever made on YouTube. It's got like over 30,000 views. the situation where I discussed Gabby DiMartino cheating on her fiance, right? And she was in an Ariana Grande music video. She was in the Thank You Next music video. And that led to all of her fans getting on me and be like, "Oh, you're obsessed with her. You're obsessed with her." It's like, no, it has nothing to do with being obsessed. It's like she has a young fan base, and you're not supposed to, when you showcase cheating on your partner when you have minors as part of your audience, it's a problem, because there are kids that are going to be thinking that that is okay to do when they get older, and it's not. That's why I said what I said about it back then.
Yeah, you know what? The older I've gotten, because I used to feel like, it's whatever. It's like that's your own business, X, Y, and Z. But when you think about like the greater good of society and how, and what works best for like the greater good of everybody, it's not in our best interest to, do certain things. So it's like,
Mhm.
on one hand, like, yeah, nobody should be forced to conform, but on the other hand, if you're kind of wilding out, more than likely you're, probably not doing what's best for yourself or others.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. I agree with that. I agree with that.
Yeah. Well,
I
I'm
definitely do
sorry,
agree with that.
Russ. Go ahead and let's finish DC.
Yes, Ma, be our guest. I think GP left, but that's fine. But yes, GP, everything's good.
Yeah, I'm sure sometimes, like people don't always want to have to join the panel or what have you.
Yeah, I know, but I figured, he's here. If he wants to come on, he can. I put the link anyway.
Yeah, maybe he's just enjoying the stream with everybody else.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, what else did you want to talk about?
Oh, I didn't really have anything in particular to share or to say.
Oh, all right. Well, I don't know. I guess I'm gonna go, but thank you for coming on, Edna.
All right. Mhm. Well, thanks, Russ. Bye, everybody.
I'll be live later on if, because I typically do review Negs whenever he does have anything to say about me, so I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But yes, I will be streaming again later on. So thank you, Edna. Thank you, everybody in chat. I will see you guys later on.